Alright, so we're here from Game 3 with One Trick Bronies versus TSA, and I'm joined by Scotchanaut himself.
Hey, what's good? Hi, Meme. How's it going? Been a
It's
while.
going good. We're off a pretty strong win, so that's feeling good for the team atmosphere. So get into the bands. We see One Trick Bronies banning out Blabs Vel'Koz, and we see Hooker Sets getting the Thresh no longer. What do you think about this matchup? Who are you favoring going into it?
Well, obviously there was betting on the Cleveland Browns versus the Patriots for this one, but I did get some juicy information right before this started. The big bad wolf in the jungle, Splinter, has work at 10,
Oh
so
no,
he cannot play.
games ran too
Also,
long, eh?
yeah. Also, well, you should expect Game 3 to be at 9 o'clock regardless. So. Also, I heard that everybody that has charter internet is experiencing packet loss. Cruz unfortunately experienced it in Game 1. I don't know who in Game 2 was feeling that, but I know there's a couple people in this game that are on charter and feeling the packet loss. So we might be in for a real clowny, not good skill game.
Yeah, tonight's been definitely an odd night. We've seen a lot of people have issues, and the spectator client having a few issues themselves. So we see Graves getting banned away from Thor. That's questionable. We see the Udyr getting banned away from Revan Toad, which, to my knowledge, he was a one-trick Udyr prior to
Yeah,
this.
that should be banned.
Yeah, and then we see Burning Spears getting the misfortune again. Then who's filling in for support today? Isona Carry, we believe, then?
Yeah, the Sona gets banned out, so I believe Leona's always been the number 2. But it is a pretty sharp drop off. I don't know, maybe he's polished this Leona up to be almost on the level, from, the gold 1 level to the gold 2 level instead of from gold 1 on Sona to bronze 5 on everything else.
Tinfoil 6? Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. I don't
There's
understand about this matchup because you see Zyra picked into Leona. Oh, what do you call it? Leona picked into Zyra. That's like literally
Yeah, I
just being a
think that's
masochist who wants
literally
to hit you so much.
Sona. Yeah, that's Sona's champ pool, unfortunately. So it was really smart drafting on One Trick Ponies, recognizing that Sona carry has a very small support champ pool and can be easily exploited. Also interesting. Okay, Zyra Ash and TSA picks Skarner. That must be another issue with champ pools, I can imagine, because I certainly would not pick that into that team already.
I was gonna say having an Ash on the team already says like don't pick Skarner because like you're gonna run into our team. All right, Arrow, stay still, and we just walk away.
I mean,
And
I
then you
wouldn't
also have
pick
Zyra,
Udyr.
which is gonna root you. So this is already being an awful draft for TSA. Maybe Splinter's the one who's responsible for drafting and just like picks everything because like their drafts have been pretty solid most weeks, but god awful. It is just god awful this week. Like pure shit tier. I think this is like a solo queue game, and it's like you're trying to get your teammates to work together, and they're like, no, but I only like Skarner. I only
Yeah.
like this champion.
This is interesting though. They ban Fiora and Poppy, and they leave Wind his quintessential Aurelia. I don't know how I feel about that one, unless all of a sudden. I haven't been watching Wind's champ pool, but all of a sudden he could just be
My
like, "I'm
insider
over
information
Aurelia right
suggests he
now."
would be playing a tank this week, but it looks like
Okay.
they're leaving open. I don't know what he's gonna pick. That maybe Maokai. I don't really know. Wynn's not a tank player, as we both know over the course of a couple years.
Yeah, no, I don't know why they wouldn't just have him play Aurelia and he builds a little tankier than normal. He's just really comfortable on the champion. He's really smooth with the mechanics of that. I don't honestly know why they would. If it's up, I would pick it and just build tankier. Better
I
to be
say
on a champion you're comfortable on than playing something foreign.
I say he doesn't have a big champion pool, and it's usually not meta adapting. But the champs he does play, he's very good at them.
Mhm. We got an Ari though. That's for who's OTB's mid laner?
I believe that's Sinister Bayband
Oh,
or
that's
Blade.
right. The Mr. Beyblade. And an Echo Top. Now that's a throwback. That's a good one for Wind. This will be interesting
Oh,
whether he goes Tanko or Glass Cannon. The nice thing about that is you can play it completely off a laning phase. If it goes great, then he'll be building damage. If it doesn't go so great, then you build tank and you're all good.
So my issue with this is Echo's not good top lane, not good in the meta, and Echo
No.
everybody call it, and he only really likes to play Echo AP. Like that's the best Echo right now, or else we would see Tank Echo or we would see Bruiser Echo. And also going along with it is that like we saw this matchup week 1 where Nautilus went against Echo. Echo had 2 or 3 kills in the early game, and Nautilus didn't even have to buy an MR item. He only bought MR boots, a Sunfire cape, and then started building an MR item. Was able to always out trade Echo at all points of the game. So maybe
Yeah,
that's when
no,
Curse
I
of Philosophy was
literally
just
just played
busted.
this earlier today, and we both ended up getting bullied by our junglers going 1-6. But after that, I ended up finishing the game 4-7, and the Echo proceeded to go 1-11. So obviously, the Echo falls off pretty hard when they can't get that rolling.
It's
Whereas the
gonna be
Nautilus is
super
always going to
interesting.
be, yeah, the Nautilus is always going to be impactful just because you have a CC kit, so it doesn't matter what items you have, you're there to bring CC.
So another thing I saw that's pretty interesting in this game versus others is that we see a Karma mid, and that's kind of weird. I don't ever see Blab ever play Karma. I mean, honestly, look at the enemy OTB lane. Like, I actually feel like maybe because I've seen Blab play a little bit of the Talon, I think it'd actually be pretty okay. Because like most of the like four of the members are pretty squishy. Even Nocturne's pretty squishy. He's not inherently tanky. Does not really have a lot of scaling tankiness like most typical like bruiser tank junglers. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
have really good scaling stats to the late game in terms of armor or magic resistance. I was actually surprised I didn't see talent, and I guess and also they don't really have a tank in the enemy team at all. They have Echo who could maybe go tank and Nocturne who could go tank. And it's like you don't want a full AD comp, but at the same time like you're just gonna melt face with that.
Yeah, I honestly think this TSA comp is putting a lot of pressure on Bernie to get fed because they have a great support system for Bernie. Um, but if Bernie can't get rolling, then I think that team comp's done because it's so short range and so just CC heavy, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. Whereas One Trick Boney's comp is made to dive, pick priority targets, and then waste a lot of time with like the Echo and the Ari and the Zyra in these fights. So you can get in, get your priority picks, and then reset the fight and decide whether you want to fight the big fatties or not.
Yeah, I was say, but the thing is, like, we've seen through the couple weeks that Bernie Sanders bot's not a strong laner, definitely not a strong laner, and I mean he can go against the quote unquote lab diamond of Hibbs himself, but Hibbs, I mean, he played Ashras last season on my team. He was pretty fucking solid on that champion,
I mean,
and like
Hibbs
he's
is
not a bad laner at
yeah.
all.
Hibbs is as much knock as we give him for being a lab diamond. He's always been just a solid, consistent, like don't take risks, just clutch it in the team fight phase of the game kind of player. And the nice thing about that is you're always going to know what you're going to get at 20 minutes with that kind of player. So, whereas Bernie, we've seen him up and down, and he's playing with a sub support on their secondary champion. Um, so this could be a really ugly. Well, of course, Hibbs is playing with a sub as well. So
Well,
this.
Hook Resets I know is somebody's been trying to be their support, but I guess he's had some um, out of league issues that have been what
Oh,
do you call
okay.
it, disabling him from going to play support.
Alrighty. So maybe we're into full strength OTB, the puke and rally season.
Yeah, dude, they they finished leveling up. This is their final form. All hope
All
is
hope is on
on
Hook
this lineup.
resets. Oh no, Hook, be strong. You know what I'm really nervous about?
Ah,
PD Garbage, aka Thor, on this Nocturne. This is not a good champion for someone that is not been
not
doing
comfortable.
great in the jungle. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I wouldn't really. I don't. I mean, like they had most of their champions up, I believe. They didn't ban anything super hard in the jungle. They focused what do you call it? TSA focused their bans mostly toward top lane and a little bit mid lane. So I don't really know why they'd have him pick Nocturne. Like he has the pick of the entire jungle. Like you know your team's not gonna have a support that's tanky. So why not pick like a tankier jungler that's just easier to play? Click and point and click. Like someone who's come back in the meta, which is Gragas, who's super simple. You got the E flash combo and you throw a barrel, and that's your pick
I
potential
feel
right
like
there.
that champion, the only person I've seen in the league, and someone's probably going to flame me immediately in chat, but the only person I've seen play that in the SBL and not F their team out of a great team fight with the Gragas ult is Dubdrum. Dubdrum has been the only one that's had the balls to play uh, Gragas like every game it's up when that was meta. And I agree, Gragas is a great pick right now, but I think so many people are scared off of the Gragas barrel. It's a lot like Poppy ult. It can
Mhm.
win you a fight, and it can also get everybody on the enemy team out for free if you misalign that.
Yeah. No, I would say I personally myself, I'm very, very much a fan of Gragas right now. I think he's in a super, like, not in a great state because as you can see, he still played top lane in pro play and then also jungle in pro play. But I think he's still honestly like for somebody like when you need like a tank jungler, he's probably doing the best. If you run Courage the Colossus, he's still like more tanky than most. Well, he's about on par with most what do you call tank junglers. Like if you look at like Skarner, I guess if you want to play Nautilus in the jungle, if you hate yourself, Hecarim is probably less tanky than him. Um, so I think he's honestly a great pick. And the thing that definitely fucks me up because I used to be like a one trick Gragas back in like season 5 when he was super hardcore meta. But yeah, the alt change where it's now a balloon no matter what. Like there's a set duration as alt to hang in the air no matter what. You can't just like throw it based on distance. So there's it's like a three tenths of a second, half a second hang time at least. So like you used to be able to do your E flash and then W auto attack combo and then throw an ultimate, but you're no longer able to.
But yeah, back to the game. Yeah, I think Gragas would have been a really good pick for them, even if it isn't exactly great synergistically with the Echo. Um, but again, just a tankier jungler would have probably been more ideal for this team. But who knows? Maybe they're practicing a whole bunch. They found something really synergistic, something with like maybe like a Zyra pick or an Ashe pick, and then Nocturne comes flying in like a bat out of hell, and they get their pick and they take off.
Yeah, that would
It'll
be
be
that'd be
interesting
ideal.
because if TSA was to lose a game, I think this has got to be the week. You're playing a emergency sub. There's packet loss being experienced. I don't know if by both teams, but I know one team, and I don't really want to say who, just to preserve their you
Competitive
know
integrity.
yeah, that.
Yeah, so
Um,
I think this is gonna be the week that we see how good is actually TSA. Like, is it again one of those classic
is it a
Splinter
splinter team?
carries a bunch of sandbags, or is it actually a decent team that can function together? I know typically when I played games with Splinter, he's definitely the voice of reason and a voice of command, and it's just follow. Or you're probably gonna get fucked. So
I
I think
agree.
this will definitely be see who is their secondary shot caller, which I believe would be. I think it's Blab in this situation. Almost positive that's
Yeah,
Blab.
the thing that's worrisome about that is if Blab's tilted, then you know,
Everybody's tilted.
yeah, because he's not the greatest teammate when he's having a bad game, or if he's started having a good game and then started getting other people's problems in his lane.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah, it looks like we should be good.
I
Yeah,
think we're
just
going to have.
checking the timestamps, making sure we're all synced up here. 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, I'm good. Meme, are you good?
Oh, I'm solid, dog. I'm solid.
Okay, so we're good. Looks like a semi traditional. Nope, they're gonna run up mid. I'm
Oh no.
not sure. Oh, spotted out right away. Beyblade goes up mid to get into that side brush, and they spot it out. Um, Sword and Mace gets the ward at red just to keep some mischief from going into their jungle. They have done that before um,
I think
on
that's something with
multiple
Thor. You're not going to do
occasions.
anything too aggressive. He's very much in still a position he's not super comfortable with, and I don't think he's going to be doing anything too crazy of a start this game. I'm actually surprised he's to start top side, unless he's just sitting top lane just to hold his buff. But I would assume that not going to start bottom because he can just do bottom into Raptors, and that's super easy for them. We're
Yeah, this.
seeing TSA sit around their shrine to get what do you call it, Skarner, the buff, get the extra 10 gold in the early game, and we see not QBC, One Trick Bronies trading for top lane.
Yeah,
Pretty
I've
standard
always
starts
had
for a
mixed
jungler.
feelings on Garner. He seems like a champion that either gets really far ahead and super toxic to play against because there's like you just can't get away from him and he kills everything. But the other thing that like I feel people don't notice in lower elo is that he wants the shrines, and as long as you're taking them from him, you can keep track of him fairly accurately just by him taking the shrines back, kind
Yeah,
of
it's kind of
thing.
like the modern day, or not the modern, the current deal with the plants. You could see when the Vision
Yep.
Sweeper's getting swept.
Oh, I love that on the mini map when you spot that. You're like, the jungler's top. He showed himself.
Honestly, the sickest strat is when your jungler's bottom side. You have your mid laner walk off, and he just goes
Oh,
and
yeah.
hits it real quick. And Jesus Christ, we see One Trick Brody's going in bot lane, just
Yeah, I
trying to
think
put
they
force
want to
that
win
big
this
dick.
real bad. And they got a great bottom lane to win it. Like, honestly, the only play that TSA has in bottom lane is at 6. They have to survive till 6 and then blow their load on the first thing that looks decent.
Yeah, and then you see Sinister Beyblade also pushing in his lanes. I think it's kind of actually super cocky by these laners trying to push in the lane super hard.
Against the Skarner, yeah. That could get spicy pretty quickly.
And we're just seeing Nocturne just get to his second camp now. He did do the...
Oh, we got a missed Ari Charm. That is going to hurt. Ooh.
Oh shit, bot lane's also getting the works.
Yeah. This looks like... you want to put a bet on First Blood?
I'm going First Blood.
First Blood on Bernie?
I don't think Bernie's that dumb yet. But I played against Sinister Beyblade. He's mismanaging his his mana right now super hard. So I'm thinking it's gonna be him, or it's gonna be on the win getting Shrek top lane into a gank. I don't know. I'm gonna give it to TSA.
Oh, well, we're about to find out. Skarner is up there.
Or sweeping downward for some reason.
Is this good enough?
Yep,
Here comes the gank.
Skarner's coming in, hits him with a stun, stuns him up, but for some reason Nautilus just didn't want to help him at all.
I feel like that was just a breakdown in communication.
Yeah, let's say he got the stun inside the stun, so it's like they're both were stunned there. Nautilus just had to actually like move his monkey ass over there and get there. Like, let's go, Nautilus, hook him up.
I think that was just one of those things where Reventoad didn't say he was going, and
Oh, that's dangerous down bot lane.
yeah, that is getting real spicy.
And starting to see Echo go in for a nice trade, gets a stun off, pops his Z drive, and then hits a time. Oh, doesn't hit the timer on the rebound, but getting solid trades top lane, reverting back that pressure. We don't have
this
any
is kinda-
down yet.
This is kind of worrisome because I really think this is Wynn's window to win this lane, is he has to win it early and before this starts happening. Because at
Nautilus
6,
is hitting him with
you're
that
pretty
fucking
done.
anchor hard, and then he goes back in for another trade.
I mean, the
And-
Echo can trade. You can see.
Oh, Echo's
the
getting the
Echo
kill.
can
He's
trade
gonna pop up-
really
he's gonna
hard.
Pop the time convergence, or parallel convergence, phase drive in, and throw a time winder out to finish it. Yep. Here we go. Oh, we don't see it yet. Oh!
Yeah, here comes the trade
With the
back.
hook line coming in from Nautilus. I
No,
don't know
keep
if he wanted to do
autoing.
that.
Oh, Sword, you wanted to keep autoing there. You had your shield up. Yeah, this matchup is completely dependent on, is Nautilus's shield up or down?
Entirely, but we're seeing a small gold advantage coming to on the win in. Oh man, does Sword and Mace want some more? This is the hook line, and he's out. And
Yeah,
bot
this
lane
is
back
gonna-
early on with a significant CS lead.
Ooh,
There's a
that
gold
is
lead currently right now,
huge.
400, and a 20 CS lead in the favor of, what do you call it, Hibbs. And he is putting in the work of that power lane.
Actually, yeah, can we talk about CS? It looks like there's been a decent advantage built in mid lane as well. The only lane that looks like they're going to be in trouble here is Wind in the top lane, as Sword stalls that out in front of his tower, and he's going to get a decent CS advantage off of that. But yeah, bottom lane Hibbs has got off to a commanding lead. If this keeps up, they're going to be in so
And a
much
disgusting
trouble.
trade going down by Hibbs. the plants do so much damage, and he nicely weaves in a W. And I'm pretty sure Karma isn't spotted yet on the ward. So, oh, but now she's gonna be spotted, unfortunately. That's a poor roam, I feel like.
330 gold.
330 gold, but you're gonna miss at least 4 minions into your tower. Oh, he's gonna miss a whole wave into his turret. That's like 140 gold, 150 gold. So that's just gave away 120 gold. That's not necessarily his best idea, and he's already down a chunk of CS. And he's gonna walk in to TD garbage. He's gonna flash away, still get feared. The charm comes in, pops the barrier, and we're out. Oh, but TD garbage wants more. I think he wants more. He flashes. Oh no! Revan Toad successfully flashes over the wall at the same time. TD garbage flashes the wall and gets out with the sliver of life he has.
That stinks.
So I wonder if he's smart enough to. Oh, he didn't back off the Raptors to go on him. Charm hits one more time, full spell rotation. Flashes for the Q return. Oh my lord, Sinister Beyblade. All right, I'll give him mad respect.
We gotta eat our words there. The guy we both had tabbed to give up first blood got it. Oh man, that was sexy. That was really
clean. Nice. Like, you know, he was like, oh, it's clean, dude. And like, no, that was extremely clean. That was so fucking good. So fucking good. That was so fucking good. And we're going to have the first tower go down in bot lane in the favor of One Trick Bronies. I think they're having a really good early game. Typically, they have a very good early game.
You think they're having a really good early game? I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think their early game's doing pretty good. I mean, look at him.
I think it could be better. I think it could be better.
Mid lane. And top lane's now even. I think they're having a great early game now.
This is ridiculous. 3K up at 8 minutes. Oh my goodness.
And Wind's coming in hot. The solid trade-off, pops his Z-Drive, and Time Winder hits on his way out. Yeah, he's already not able to duel him.
Yeah, you see, like, that matchup is completely contingent on baiting out the Nautilus
and the thing is, it's like, this matchup happened week 1. You would think he learned. And he's like, maybe he just has in his head, oh, it was just because the team did bad, or we just, you know, we fell apart. I mean, it was the pick, dude. Echo sucks in the Nautilus. AP Echo especially. You have no ability to trade. Because even look now, he's still building a Sunfire Cape and he's out trading him. He has no MR right now. This is very bad for them. But their bot lane is being strong enough. Oh, is this the all-in? Crystal pops up, Zyra ultimate, and goodbye, Leona.
That was pretty textbook free.
So, the interesting is, we've seen One Trick Bronies in most of their games have like a 1 to 2k lead, and Skarner's coming in mid, Ari pops the ult, throws a charm, and then just simply dashes out.
I mean, that was kind of worth it. Getting the ult out of them so they can't go aggressive is sometimes just worth it.
Oh yeah, and Ari's flash is still down. So we could see return gank from Revan Toad, but I think he's having a little bit of the jitters, because even in the jungle, what do you call it? Skarner, what do you call it? Nocturne has a 13 CS lead still. And Win taking another trade, not in his favor.
Yeah, TD Garbage is just farming along here, trying to get to his items before he, you know, gets to 6 and starts some real business. I guess he just did turn 6.
Alright, hits a charm over the wall, launches it.
Oh, what
why
is
is Leona
this?
going in? You have no backup! Oh no, this could spell doom. Never mind, it's a 3v2. Oh, Skarner, baby, you didn't want to do that. No! Oh, Hips comes in. It's good. Double buffs on Hips. Auto attacking. And that's a 1-0 again.
That was a lot of questionable skirmish
That was
fighting.
some questionable gameplay from everybody, but apparently One Trick Bronies was simply baiting and outsmarting the enemy team. Oh, Charm hits again. I don't know that you want to stand up there. Lab, no! Ooh. I'm actually confused on why the Crystal Arrow didn't come out there. It's up. He could have, and he has blue and red buffs. So all I do is just ult him, auto attack.
Well, I don't think they knew where Nautilus was. I don't think they knew where Nautilus was.
I mean, even
might have been worried.
It's a long enough fight that Nautilus can even walk in, unless he was literally standing right next to the enemy turret. That would be the only time they could really go in. But and I guess the safe play and just, you know, flex the muscles.
You're already ahead. What's the point of taking any risk at this point? You can just choke this team out at this point.
And we
just
talked
walk
about Hibs
around.
also being risk averse.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, you can just walk around and get every outer, and then you're gonna be up what, like 5-6K gold. Then what are they gonna do? That was a
Decent
cute
point.
little smite steal.
Wait, he smite stole that?
Yeah, he took the. I think he took the scuttle.
Yeah, it's on the red team. Yeah, he must have smite stole. That's actually pretty slick.
And Wind is gonna give it a go on Bernie here, but oh, that was super late.
Uh-oh. Why did you pop the chrono break?
Just to get the health
Interesting.
back. He has to
I
hold
guess
the
so.
bottom.
I think this is the part that they definitely made an improvement on since their first week here. They see the Echo, please no, stop. You're hurting yourself. But they definitely made the good swap of, you know, they realized the matchup between Echo and Nautilus is definitely not in Wynn's favor, so they sent him bot lane after bot lane got that early turret. And then they sent Hibs top lane to just simply farm up waves and try to harass Nautilus for as much as he can. Another charm hits, and then the Orbit Deception also hits. And we see TD Garbage getting caught out in the river by the Skarner. Blocks the stun, I believe, with his Shroud of Darkness. And that's going to be it for them. Mid lane tower is super low. It's sitting at 934.
That was unfortunate. That's a lot of assets blown for a flash.
Yeah. And then Wynn's still chasing. Throws the Proto Belt, hits a Time Winder.
I mean, he can kill Bernie. Problem is Bernie's just not gonna let him.
Yeah, Bernie's just not on that level of
Greed.
filter. Bad decision making.
And now that we're in game,
So we just saw that the Renai Circulation pop is barrier to the Sinister Beyblade propping Ignite and an ultimate on him in mid lane. He's starting to get pushed out pretty hard. If honestly, if one True Bronies rotates their bottom lane just to mid lane for a short duration, just to force the turret, they could honestly open up mid and open up the map really hard. And Ash and Zyra are starting to harass this Nautilus under turret. He's not liking it too much. And I think they're going to force here the mid turret, like I was talking about earlier. And we see Skarner waddling his way top lane.
Is he finally going to get it?
Oh, geez.
Nope. We're going to start a fight,
Oh
though.
no, all going down on Ash.
This is actually, look how much,
Red line.
you need to get so many items to be able to deal with the tank early. And
Oh
it just
my
doesn't
God.
work. Yeah.
Reb and Toad flashed for it, ulted, got the Q off. Oh, please tell me they're done. Please tell me they're done. You're going to overextend. Sword, not like this! Sword! Charm hits, Orbit Deception hits. Nocturne fears him with the Paranoia. And is that it? We're calling it there. Not enough mana on either Zyra or Ahri to keep the chase going alive. And I think they're going to try to force a top turret, or at least get some significant damage on it. Skarner's got to be super careful here. Dr. Still is ultimate to use just for pure damage and chasing if this guy, when he hits a charm. Are you going to hit a charm, Sinister? There we go, hits a charm and Orbit Deception at one time. Ooh, shit, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is, that's doing work here, and it's only got, last page and Sark Boots. I guess nobody really has any magic resist yet, other than, Blab.
We're seeing, Sword Mace pick up his first, boots of Mercury Treads. And Renai, oh, he denied the W.
Yeah,
Shroud
he
of
denied the
Darkness.
W
Paranoia goes
and
off,
flash
flashes
out.
away. He's out, but then we see on the win.
Oh,
His
that was
ultimate.
nice.
Let's go, Chrono Break. Baited him right into it.
Very nice.
That was super smooth. I honestly, One Trick Bronies is killing it right now. The macro play is pretty great, and honestly, the improvement of Sinister Beyblade is extremely impressive. Honestly, I think he's been one of the most lacking members on their team, and this game, he's showing up big. He's doing work, putting it in for his team.
I'd have to say the only big criticism I have is they need to be careful around Swords Nautilus, especially if Skarner's nearby, because they don't have any tools yet to deal with that. It gets so tanky so fast, and until Hibs gets to 2-3 items, they're not going to be able to deal with it. So I think TSA's only window to get back into this game is to force some fights with Sword.
Oh no, what are you doing, Echo? Not like this.
But otherwise, this door is quickly closing for TSA, and we might see their first loss of the season. But here goes Sword. He's gonna trade.
He's giving Echo the business. Oh, Crystalline Arrow hits into the Nocturne ult, and there goes.
Yeah, that must
Bernie
be the combo they definitely like to see.
And say, if you can ask the Mighty Wolf, he has a hard hatred for Nocturne in a recent game we played together. Like when you're down as an AD carry and you lose your first tier turret, you cannot get any far. Just because if you're literally past like halfway between first turret and second turret, you just get ulted every time. And with having an Ashe on team to stun you first, just to drop out, that way he definitely hits paranoia on you.
Yeah, that's a tilter.
My lord, is it risky.
We'll see what One Trick Brownies wants to do here. They're grouped up, and they're just taking a stroll through the jungle.
We're starting to see them all rotate to the bottom side, trying to push in for this bottom turret, and we have Echo rotating.
They should be able to get it. They're not rotating fast enough, I don't think.
No, this is going down.
But
Ooh,
not
they're gonna back up. They're gonna
from the
respect the
side.
They know it. Echo getting caught out.
Wind might get caught out.
Oh, he's still rooted. Oh no, they split the team. They split the team. That is pretty bad on TSA. Blab and Sword Mace went for Echo. Echo still got out for free, actually. I mean, not for free. He had to blow his ultimate, but that's not too much for Echo. And then they killed the Bernie Sanders and nearly killed Icestone to carry in bottom half of the map.
That was a really good fight on multiple fronts.
Oh, we see the Crystalline Arrow coming in into the Thorn Root, and goodbye, goodbye Karma.
Yeah, I mean, Blab is doing the damage. He's just behind at this point.
I think the issue is that you have Karma to facilitate damage, but there's no damage being dealt. And I think maybe that's just a champion pool limitation for the fact that, Sword and Mace want to tank top lane. That's totally normal. Rev and Toad picked a tank in the jungle as well, which is not ideal if you have only mid lane and your AD carry doing damage. Because again, Leon is going to be a tank, and we see the charm hitting into a
and Sword is going to try and 1v5 for bragging right. It looks like because his team was not on the same page there.
I say 4-man knockup from Nautilus.
I mean, it looked nice. That would have been a great initiation for a fight, but that was not to be apparently. Might have been just another breakdown in communication where Sword saw it and didn't say anything until he was like, "Oh, are you guys not coming? Oh, all right, I'll flash out."
Oh no, I've been informed of saying Crystalline Arrow instead of Enchanted Crystal Arrow. I apologize, viewers, for being a boosted ape.
I mean, we'll call the zookeepers.
Not like this. I still have to commentate this game. Give me a shot. Ma, the bonobos are on. So we're seeing them reset in the mid lane, push out the wave. Do you think they're gonna take well, they're not gonna take Herald, but do you think they're gonna take a 20-minute Baron? Do you think they have the balls for that?
I don't know what they should do here because they really should just get top turret. Get that last outer.
It looks like they're trying to go for the Nautilus. I'm hoping an ult comes out from Ashe.
Yeah,
Ashe,
I don't know what they're
Ashe,
gonna do here.
Alright, Ashe, you got him pinned against the wall. Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes in. And goodbye Nautilus. Even with having Merc Treads and a null mental magic, I don't think it's gonna be enough. And I think he's going for a second item GA possibly on Nautilus. I'm think it's a little questionable, but
yeah, I actually don't like the Merc Treads anymore. When you have two heavy auto attack champions on the other team, a la Ashe and Nocturne, Ninja Tabby are just even Echo. You can look at it. It's really nice to get the tabbies.
I think the only issue is if you look at all of One Trick Brony's CC, it's entirely applied to Merc Treads because of the fact that except the knockup. Nazir's knockup isn't applied to it, but
right. But you can obviously see they have enough CC chain that if they want to blow everything, they're gonna get what they want, regardless of who it is on the other team.
I guess so, but I guess just because the 3 magic sources, Maybe that's what his idea was behind that. And we see Nullis up top lane with no help, and Karma's what do you call late to rotate. Toad secured blue buff, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna give up top turret for that. Oh, Nocturne ulting in on to Bernie Sanders.
Nice
Splashes
flash.
the wall, gets out, avoids the fear, and Leona's going on a mission. Oh, she snuck up behind them. They don't know she's there.
The flanker run.
And
But they get cold
she lets
feet
them
at the
walk
last
out. She lets them
second.
walk out. That's probably the smartest idea. They're very behind. They'd get wrecked in the jungle due to the AoE of Zyra, Ahri, and Ashe with having a hurricane.
Well, I think all those ultimates just came back up.
I don't think they need an ultimate to kill Leona when she's, only got the Equinox. And we're seeing On the Wind go hard there. I can't tell if he's caught or if he's doing something fantastic, but such is Wind. And we're starting to see a Z-Drive pop. The ultimate Chance Chryslero's coming in. And goodbye Toad and Leona.
Alright, they should be able to get something off of it.
I'm hoping they go and get
significant.
Turret, or honestly just go and get Baron at this point. They don't have waves managed very well right now, so I don't think they're going to get, honestly, anything off that. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to back off and hopefully push a wave up again, and that's going to be it. Maybe they can try to set up for Baron rotate, or what do you call it, Baron Vision, hopefully get the get the Scuttlebug and drop some wards, but yeah, they're going to actually pick up nothing off that. Blab having wave clear, and bot lane already being the second tier turret's gone, it's too risky to go for an inhibitor turret. They're just gonna take the gold.
And it's better to err on the side of caution than, fortune favors the bold, etc.
At that point, but
yeah, I mean they could have all just deathballed up bottom lane and tried to force it, but that might have been a little bit too spicy. This is actually going to be a pretty hard nut to crack. Just because of how much CC, like, do you really want to fight a Skarner and a Nautilus under tower? So they're definitely going to have to get a big team fight at a neutral objective to be able to crack this space, I think. That or just get so far ahead that it doesn't matter, they can just force. But, as you can see, no one on One Trick Bronies is building tanky, so who is their,
who's their tank, who's their initiator? Yeah,
so it's really just going to come down to neutral objective fights.
Honestly, this is a good play by TSA. Like, they've been honestly grouped very well. That way they can't get picked off, and they're definitely being a lot more cautious of how far up they go. Granted, that's to bot lane just being totally wiped, mid lane being a hard tower to siege, and top lane it's just Nautilus. So they're going to blow everything for Nautilus. That's not necessarily effective. So it's going to be a tough game for them ahead. They don't have any tank. It's like, yeah, you dealt a lot of damage, you got an early lead. But if you can't do anything with it, you're going to stall out to the point that the gold doesn't matter. And, ooh, that was almost so good. That was a really good flash from Blab.
You, like, see the difference between plats and golds there. The golds were on the edge and got stunned. They couldn't turn away. And Blab, or Renai Circulation, is able to walk from the far edge of it and flash through it. Just in time.
Crisp and clean, dude.
Crisp, clean gameplay I know and love.
Nothing but zoning. And they're trying to push it down mid. I don't think they can. Oh, nice charm hit by Sinister Beyblade once again. And I think they honestly need to try to bait a Baron fight. That's the only way they need somebody to walk in or get funneled in one by one, because they are running a pick comp, and that's their best bet.
I mean, they're doing good poke here, but I don't know. Like, it's just really hard to push against this double tank, or triple tank actually, because there's Leona too. Like, you really want to step up and hit that tower like ever.
They triple
and
tank.
here we go. Here comes the fight. They got hips.
On the Wind, diving the back line. He successfully kills Bernie Bot, but he gets stunned up under turret and he's gone. Nautilus is 1v4 tanking. So, and we're gonna see Isoda Carrier is gonna go down here. Nope, out by a little bit. TD garbage, goodbye. Ashe is gonna make it out alive. Ooh, that was a nice auto attack. He popped off his what do you call it? He popped his what is that called? The Warlord's Bloodlust on the minion. He's able to stay alive.
I mean, you can see how spicy these fights are. That was a 2 for 2. And yeah, they really just They can't dive towers.
There's like really good 2-for-2 honestly, because TD Garbage got in his zone for being honestly just dumb and chasing a kill. When he had his ultimate, he could have used his ultimate immediately to go on instead of trying to flash Q and then auto attack. Because his ultimate does damage. On the Wind just mismanaged his dive. It was pretty good. He got on the back line and distracted 3 people. Fortunately died. They could have honestly had a 1-for-2 and made it clean. But I think it's going to be a tough game for TSA to do anything, even with their tankiness. Like, yeah, they can stall out the game, but they had a really good catch on Kabat the Hibs, and they couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, I don't think TSA is going to win this just because they have one real threat in these late game team fights, and as you saw, Echo was able to get in and kill them even with all the CC, so that's going to get awkward rather quickly for them, but still,
QSS for
this
Hibs.
might be a 60-minute bang your face against the monitor kind of game.
I mean, so when you say there's a one trick, or there's a no one, what do you call it, a one threat, from TSA, are you referring to Hibs or not Hibs? Bernie bot? Or you?
No, it's really just
to...
Bernie. Bernie's the only one that's going to just do tons of damage here late.
Well, I mean, if you look at, Karma, I think she's been the one that's really been holding it in for them. I think.
Yeah,
Bernie's
but she's gonna fall off here eventually. I could be wrong. She might stay viable, and Sword is doing the patented ZZ Rod. Rush down an outer, get that gold, and get out for his team.
He's taking it upon themselves to try to clear the wards at Baron, try to establish some kind of vision on them. One Trick Bronies has seen it, and they're trying to counter it back once more. Take the Shrine as well, and we see them trying to focus around this Baron, but they have on the Wind, the bots have the map, and I think they definitely need all 5 people if they ever want to do a Baron.
Yeah, this has been sitting at about a 6k gold lead for a bit. Oh,
he's bringing the ultimate into his team almost. Yep, brings it into his team. What a guy. Charm hits, Orbit Deception hits 2. Leona whips the ultimate. Let's go, baby.
That is
Enchanted
not
Crystal
good.
hits,
and yeah, here comes the turnaround.
Thorn's Embrace pops. Oh my, is this a bad place to be fighting for them?
Yeah, no, this was really bad just because
distracting the back line, and On the Wind is still chasing onto the Karma. Pops the ZZ drive, or the Z drive, and just done there.
Yeah, after Sword ulted that, after Sword ulted and didn't get anything out of it.
Ooh. Tries to do his best Sinister Beyblade impression by flashing forward to get the Q pop, or Q damage on Karma. Karma successfully pops off her shield and her barrier. And Bernie Bot's gonna get caught out here. Ooh! Wind stays alive, manages with the shield, and they're gonna siege the mid lane inhibitor. I hope so? Okay, there we go. Oh my god, that's actually disgusting damage.
Yeah, you can't whiff 2 big ultimates like Nautilus ult and Leona ult.
Well, the Nautilus
and then
ult
still loiter.
It knocked out TD Garbage and Hibs and resets, but it was
but that was so far away. The team was not there.
Yeah, the team was not there. It was a poor timing of the ultimate, but as I say, Leona just missed her ult entirely. She was just way short. Looks like One Trick Brony's gonna group around for this dragon. And which one is it gonna be? It's gonna be an Infernal Drake. That's definitely something they want. I think that's hopefully gonna be the game sealer. If they can get a Infernal Drake and really get ahead with their nearly all damage count, it's gonna help them out a lot. Revan Toad's getting caught out here, taking a lot of damage. Ult Echo. Echo doesn't get to pop his ultimate or get the convergence or parallel convergence. Enchanted Crystal Arrow wasted to save him.
This is not good because an Infernal Drake for a team that's behind is a godsend. Oh my goodness. Hook resets.
Fuck!
Stole it with an E.
Okay, so apparently Smite Vicious is the actual, or Saint Vicious is the one who's actually subbing.
No, Smite Vicious, you got it right.
Third can't smite.
Oh my god. That, if there was any morale off of that Echo pick, it's gone.
Yeah.
whatever. Oh man, that
God, that was
absolutely
awful.
sucks.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this Skarner build? Cinderhawk into a Sterix gauge? Interesting. I would
I'm
just go
not.
for a dead
Yeah, I'm
main.
not gonna say anything about Skarner builds. I don't have a clue. But oh, good night.
Goodbye! And I think they're gonna rush the Baron now. Yep, they're going for Baron. They're trying to make the call.
Push Bates in 2017 feels bad, especially when you get the jungler. Of course, he missed this fight anyway, so it's not that big of a
Nocturne's
loss.
ulting that Bernie bot. Bernie bot, goodbye. Beard and pops easy drive on him. That's definitely gonna be a Baron, correct? Please just tell me you go Baron. You're not gonna be able to. I don't think you'll be able to force him down mid with
It
Karma.
might be.
Echo takes a lot of damage. Goes and gets caught by the Nautilus hook. Done. Oh, Void's stunned. Nautilus pops up too. Ari's popping her ultimate. Oh, Orb Deception. Not close enough, or not far enough.
Yeah, they can
Oh,
end
that's
this
gonna be
right
the game.
here.
Yep, they're just gonna push it down and they're gonna win their first game of the season, correct?
Yes.
Unless they're
First
gonna.
game of the
Oh.
season.
Huh.
And I have to
Yeah, I
say,
guess they're gonna win their
nice
first game of the season.
controlled game out of One Trick Bronies. Just played to their win objective over the neutral objectives and got the picks they needed to crack open that base.
I say they definitely had a really, really good game there. That's honestly one of the best, absolute best games I've seen them play. Like normally they get a nice early lead, but they don't do shit with it. They usually throw it away with a bad play. But they kept their lead the whole time this game, and honestly, we saw Sinister Beyblade have a ginormous improvement in play. Ginormous.
Yeah, I have to say they've definitely given up on hoping that Katarina pick is available and started working on other champions. So maybe people are going to start knee-jerk banning the Ari and leaving the Katarina up, and maybe we will see it this season yet.
No, I don't think they're not gonna let the Katarina through.
I don't know, man. That Ari did a lot of work.
Yeah, but it's a one game sample. I mean, most of his games this season he's been very passive, very scared in lane, hasn't done much of anything. But this game he popped off. I will definitely tip my hat to that. He did very well. Honestly, I think he honestly carried his team,
Well, he
especially in the early
definitely
part
got
of
to
the
play
game.
the game with that flash on the
That flash Q return.
REQ return. That was real sexy to watch.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was the
That'd be-
unrated version of First Blood. Not for
So,
TV.
are you gonna consider him your MVP for this game?
I
Because thing also I
Yes.
see here is that Hibbs stepped up this game. I
Yeah.
think Gabe O'Neill's had a very meh season at best this year. He's had a team that's played around him pretty well, and he's had one of probably the best supports in Hibbs in the league. And didn't do anything. Didn't get anything rolling. Kind of didn't really put out much damage at all in any of his games. And Hibbs stepped in here and flexed the muscles of, hey, I'm die boosted, all right? Let me play a damage champ. I'll do it.
I just wanted to check damage here real quick, and I thought maybe there was a chance, but I didn't think he actually pulled it off. Hook resets did the most damage in the game out of that support
Zyra's
Zyra
fucking
position,
busted, man.
and he stole that Infernal Drake. So personally, it's either got to be Sinister Blade or Hook resets for me.
Honestly, the
Both
whole
of those two
team, dude.
people.
The whole team is MVP.
Yeah.
They played really well. Their whole team honestly stepped up in performance. TD Garbage, I didn't see much improvement just because,
Hey, he did
hasn't
his
been
job.
He's definitely been
Filled.
playing better this time. He was a lot more impactful, I think, this game than in previous games. But honestly, this was his laners just dominating him, kind of just walking around clearing jungle camps and then occasionally ulting in to secure a kill. I think he did better than most games, but I don't think it's nearly as much improvement as the bottom half of the map, honestly.
Yeah, and with that, that was the last game of the evening for us, folks. Thank you for joining us. If you stuck it out for all 3 games, we definitely appreciate it. But see you next Tuesday.